Hey guys, we are just doing a small little bedroom today, but in the great state of Iowa this time of the year, she is getting cold. So it is get your tools in the house as soon as you can and get the flooring in the house as soon as you can. So I just want to show you how we would typically do a room like this with the carpet in the house. So I would lay the carpet in, and fortunately we showed up today and everything's ready to go. I love this. I can't think of his name. Carpet Expert Blueprint. I think he calls these rooms butt naked. So we got a butt naked room here. We're gonna have some fun with it. So I'm gonna show you how I put the cushion in. So normally I would, since I knew what I needed at the shop, I would have cut the pad down, but I was kind of in a hurry and we just brought a whole 30-yard roll of pad, which we do not need. And this is an absolute beautiful garbage bag, so we don't want to throw that away. Floor covering, we're all about reuse. I'm just gonna roll my piece out here. And I always cut my carpet cushion a little long. Gotta be careful with the knife not to cut through. I want to cut through just that first piece of cushion. What if I put a dull knife?
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it sounds like you need a new one.
Not a very good knife blade, but. So under normal circumstances, I just roll out all my cushion, staple it down, but this time we can't because, it's cold outside. We don't have room in the living room. Put the carpet, we needed to get the carpet into the house, so it's semi-workable for us. Step up and just grab it. So I'm gonna do, get this first row, or first piece of cushion up to the tack strip over here. I'm gonna do the little, I call this the carpet cushion dance. Look at that. Get it up to where I need it. And there's a lot of ways you can lay cushion. I mean, I know I'm gonna say that in a lot of my videos, there's more than one way to do it, but a lot of times what I like to do is cut it or staple it down first, then cut. So what I would do here is just staple along the edges. 4 to 6 inches is pretty darn good. If you're new at this, probably cutting it down first is a better idea because you don't want to run staples into that tack strip. We're just going to cut it in. Now you don't want to cut your cushion too far away from the tack strip, but the good thing is with the cushion is, even if you did, you can just take a piece and slap it back in there. So I'm going to slap this in here. Of course, they're all the way down here. We're using Power Hold. That's what our flooring distributor, supply distributor, they're Hank's specialty. They deal a lot with, I think it's Power Hold is the, oh boy. Almost like the whole thing's kind of jammed up on me here, Chris. So I'm going to struggle with this a little bit. I think we're going to shut the camera off for just a skosh and get this figured out. Yeah. Obviously you got to be smarter than the stapler to use it. So, hey, whatever. Get that down. Cut that off. And you got to be careful because you don't want this stuff underneath your carpet. So when we do it like this, you kind of pick up the cushion as you go. So what I'm gonna do is set all this right here for just the time being. And we were smart enough, we even dropped the carpet in here the right way so one guy could do this. And just roll that piece over there. I'm gonna roll it one more time, Chris.
All right.
And then voila, I'm setting out my garbage bag. Again, gotta move everything a million times, and I know I'm probably not the most efficient guy working, but everybody does it a little different, and I strongly believe there's no wrong way to really do a lot of this stuff as long as you're doing, you know, there's certain techniques that I guess you need to use, but how you implement them, maybe that's the right way to say it. It's kind of up to you. Oh geez, yeah, that's night and day difference. I'm just gonna set this out here because I know I'm gonna be done with it.
Good.
So what I'm gonna do is just pull this all back. And butt this up, butt my two pieces up. This is nothing too terribly fancy about this. Now me, just maybe it's a little OCD-ish with the floor covering, but I kind of always, especially when I'm using like the spill guard pad, I always like the, it's kind of like, I call it like house wrap.
The name by name.
Yeah, just like it to, I'll be going the same direction. I know like in new construction, we see like house wrap, you got the upside down piece and the sideways, but I just think, man, that just looks, I don't know, I don't like the way that looks.
Oh yeah, I had one throw me off on a step because it was turned around.
You know, it can happen. We're gonna make some relief cuts here. Drop this all around. Now, we are using a spill guard pad. Maybe you can zoom in here, Chris. So when I cut backwards like that, you see what I did? Now, if you wanted to be a real stickler and say, well, you gotta do this and this to the warranty, so what we'll do is we'll take some duct tape. When we tape our seams, we will tape that, but I usually don't get too wound up about it because I just need to get the cushion cut in. And of course our room, guys, is gonna be 12 feet, like 3 inches wide. So we're gonna have to put a little carpet seam in the closet. I'm not gonna show that. I'm just going to show putting the carpet cushion in this morning. So you see here I am cutting everything in just to show that you can do it before. So this seam here, we will go back and duct tape it. You know, I know some guys staple it. I guess it really doesn't matter because a lot of times I'm not selling spill guard for the simple fact, for the reason of, you know, warranty for cleaning or anything like that. I sell it because it's just easier to install carpet with, and where I live, you know, we're 3 hours away from any distributor, so I've got to buy bulk of everything. Well, I'm not going to buy 50 rolls of this, 50 rolls of 7/16 6-pound, 50 rolls of 3/8 6-pound. You know what I'm trying to say here. So this is mainly what I carry. We do have a 3/8 pad as well, or a cushion that we carry as well. But get over here, Chris, and kind of show. You know, we're so close to that tack strip being a drop. I'm just, instead of putting a little plug in there, all I'm going to do is just stretch that a little. And you don't want a monster gap in between your cushion and tack strip, because you get like the carpet stretches up to that tack strip, and then over time it may settle in between there and just kind of look tacky. You know, being in a closet, would they ever see something like that? Probably not. Cut that out before I forget.
Oh, is there a
So
little
we got
chunk?
the doors that are on a rail up there, and they slide back and forth. And around here, what we do, a lot of, you know, this is just, I do this too. This tack strip was already here, but to support the guide system down there, we usually just take tack strip, and we cover the carpet will cover everything here, and then our guide strip can screw down into this, and it's just elevated enough. So if you would just do cushion and then carpet and then try to put that guide strip, once you start sucking those screws down, it's just going to suck right down into that, and the guide's probably not going to be high enough to do what it needs to do. And then I'm just going to make some relief cuts. Cushion's one of the things this is the best thing to kind of learn for a new person, to kind of learn how to cut with and make these kind of cuts, is with cushion, because you just really can't screw it up. I mean, yeah, you can cut it wrong, but it's so easy to fix by putting a plug in there. It's just not the end of the world. And maybe some people think it is, but it really isn't. You know, it's cushion. You know, do that. And push up to the tack strip, get that pretty darn close. I like to use a utility knife. And I don't think you can buy these anymore. I think Orcon's taking them off the shelves, and I know why. It's because the blades will kind of slip through here. But this is the best one that I found that fits my hand just the absolute best. So I bet I have a dozen of them back at the shop, and so, you know, as these start wearing out, I'll just keep replacing them with those. So here, you can show this, Chris, where that seam came together here. Again, you can duct tape that. Am I worried about spill guard back here? You know, yeah. You know, for those sticklers out there that might say, well, now there's no warranty. Well, I guess I'm not really worried about this being an issue in the closet. You know, I would be more concerned with out here. And actually, we like just to duct tape our pad seams, our cushion seams. For the simple fact that I'm young enough, I'm probably going to come back and tear this out someday. I don't want to tear out 4 million staples, have to scrape those out right there. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts are about that. Let me know if I'm doing that right, or if I should be stapling all my seams in the cushion. Okay, so here, the last little part, and this is where we've got to go up to some existing. Again, I don't think there's a wrong way or right way to do this. I got to take that seam apart. I'm probably just going to go right to where it is existing. That's a 3/8 inch cushion. This is going to be a 7/16, so there is going to be some height difference there anyways. But what do you do? I mean, you have to put something there. You have to put something. You gotta connect it some way somehow. So. So a lot of times, instead of just trying to mess around with so much of that, I'll either pull it back, and heck, this is, I mean, you could rip it. I'll put a little cut in it. Just toss it out of the way so I don't have to mess with it. So, sometimes you can pull that up, put this underneath, undercut it. You know, just because I'm feeling pretty lucky today. I'm gonna just go by feel and try to cut that right to that. we're gonna, this is live action here. We're gonna see what happens. Zoom in on that, Chris, before I have to. I don't think I did too bad, guys. What do you think? Is that too bad? Well, you can, I'll just push it right up next to that piece. Run out of some staples. I'm glad I brought that extra box. There we go. Stapler works much better now. I'm not a big fan. Power Hold, anybody that works for Power Hold, if you're watching this, I'm not a big fan of this stapler. There's just too much moving stuff that's involved with just putting staples in there, I think. It just, the way it feels like it's not gonna last very long. Could be wrong. I've had it probably 3 months now, so. And I use tools, I'm hard on tools, so, I'm okay with, if they last a while and buy some new. I don't repair much, I just buy new. So what I did my little cushion dance there. I'm just gonna pull that in. Nothing too fancy. Just kind of pull that in again. And I actually worked with a guy years ago. He used to kind of stretch his cushion in. He would actually, even though his edges, let's just say this was the tack strip here. What he would do is he'd come back here and pull it up and then hit everything with the stapler just to put a little tension on the cushion. I'm not sure if that's necessary or not. I guess I've never done it. And we're using just the plain old duct tape here. I know they make tape specifically for the cushion, but the problem is with that, where we live, what do you do when you run out of it? It's at least a 48-hour delay to get it, unless I drive 3 hours to pick up a roll, but why would I do that? I like to walk the tape in too. Just make sure it's nice and stuck so when you start rolling that carpet around on it. And you know what? Since we're doing a how-to video, probably should show, when I showed this here, how to fix that. Now, spill guard cushion. What I have found, and maybe somebody will disagree with me, is these staples, you do not want, especially if you had staples out here, you do not want to put duct tape, I don't know if we can get this on the video, over that staple, because what it'll do is if they step on that, it's just gonna, sometimes it just makes a popping noise. So if that was out there, you might get the callback that says every time I step in this spot, it's making kind of a squishy poppy noise, not good. And I found that out. We had a job one time where it was sold as a warranty extender on the carpet, and the guy that was helping me had stapled all the seams, and I made him go back and put duct tape over all those seams. And not even a day later, we're getting a call back. We got to pull all this carpet up, and that's what it was. Every time they step on this, it'd go down into that little divot from the staple, and it'd pull up and make kind of a little popping noise. And oh, talk about a headache. So what we did to remedy that, brought more cushion, cut out 1 foot strips, and then just duct taped them in there, kind of like a saddle seam. So pain in the butt, but it's one of them things. Hopefully, if you watch this, don't make that mistake. I already paid for it, so no need for you to do it. So thanks again for watching, guys. We're gonna clean up. Hopefully you like this video, and any questions or comments, leave them below.